Welcome to or welcome back to my Road to Worlds YouTube videos. This is episode 9, I believe. I'm sitting at soon to be 28 weeks from the DFAC Worlds in Miami. And that's what this whole vlog series is about, is my Road to Worlds. But I realized that I'm putting my, the picture at the end is actually my countdown to my first competition of the year, which is in November. No, just kidding, October. And that is the Minnesota Mayhem. That is put on by my coach, Leif Anderson. And so I'm actually going to get to meet him when I go up to Minnesota in October. So the countdown that you see at the end of the videos is actually to Minnesota Mayhem, which is about 25 weeks out now. But the vlog is going to be all the way up until my Worlds in Miami. So, you know, I'm from Georgia, and I'm going to fly up to Duluth, Minnesota in October. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be cold. I get cold when it's like below 60 here, so looking forward to that. But anywho, so feedback from Coach this week. We increased carbs, so I am now up to 150 grams of carbs. My fat went up to 65 grams, and my protein dropped down to 170. So, of course, that is my Monday through Friday macros, and then I'll pick that up again on Sunday. And my high carb day this week is 325 carbs. So I am just like trying to think, cereal. I'm looking forward to cereal because my fat for that day is only 40 grams. So I'm gonna have to get very creative for some high carb, low fat stuff. I'm usually I don't have a problem with my fat, so maybe this will be okay. We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna get creative. I got some new food I had ordered online that came in the mail, so I'm gonna try that out. I've worked it in for Friday's snack, and I will give you a review about that when I get to eat those. It's pizza, so I'm looking forward to some pizza. Here's the pizza snack I ordered from realgoodfoods.com. Has a chicken crust, so the carbs are only 4 grams, 25 grams of protein, and 16 fat. So something that I like to do when I'm doing my meal prep is to go ahead and do my protein in bulk. And so I'll cook a whole pack of the skinless chicken breast in the Instant Pot, and then I'll pull it out. So I've got it here cooled off now, and I just take it out as I cook it, and I'll chop it up. I go ahead and prepare or plan out my recipes for the week, and so I look at how much protein I need in each, and then put the amount of chicken or shrimp or whatever it is I'm using for that recipe. And so this week I have 2 recipes that I'm using chicken in. One calls for 70 grams of cooked chicken, and the other calls for 85 grams. And so to make it a little easier for me and a little faster when I actually start food prepping on Monday, sometimes on Saturdays or Sunday I'll go ahead and do my protein, cook up my chicken, let it cool, and then I'll weigh it out. And then I take and put them in little baggies with the amount on them. And then I'll take and put, these are snack baggies. And then I take a freezer bag and then put the snack baggies inside the freezer bag. There's 2, and there's 3, and I usually get about 4 or 5 in there. And then let the air out and seal it up, and I'll put it in the freezer. And then the night before, when I'm ready, getting ready for the next morning, I'll go ahead and pull it out and put it in the refrigerator so it's thawing out. And then by the time I have it for lunch, it's completely thawed out. But that's just a quick and easy way to do some meal prep and to save you some time if you have a little extra time on a day that you're not actually prepping. Something else that I often get asked is, do you weigh your chicken raw or do you do it cooked? If I'm preparing like one meal, like if we're cooking out or something, grilling out on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, then I'll weigh it raw, but I log it raw, and I use the nutritional value for the raw weight. But when I do my bulk cooking, I have to cook it all, so I have to weigh it and log it cooked. And there is a difference. I think it's like Self Nutrition Data. It's a website, and you can go in there, and it's got fried, cooked, broiled, steamed. It gives you all the different ways to do it. The biggest thing is just to be consistent, and so the majority of the time I'm going to do my chicken as cooked chicken. So that's how I log it, because there is a difference between raw weight and cooked weight. So think about it like when you cook a hamburger, that when you start out you get this massive patty, and the longer you cook it, it shrinks up. Well, that's changing. You're cooking out the water and some other stuff, so it's changing the weight of it. So just make sure you're consistent. Either pick one and stick with it, or just make sure you're using 2 different ones if you're using a cooked one, or if you're using the raw nutritional value. So here's a new recipe I found online. High protein, low carb, very tasty. Loaded cauliflower bake with cheese, bacon, and egg bake. This week's check-in was 126.